Wcxo, Carlisle.
This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors, presents Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin' Sports is powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin' Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers, with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin' Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin' Sports. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio, and here's what's on the drawing board tonight. We'll talk some American Legion baseball with Coach Jeff Humes. And in the second half hour, it's all for basketball's Tyra Buss, former Indiana University star. And we've also got the Easy and Travel Sports Flashback that features baseball writer Rob Raines. Right now we'll go to scores and stuff, and it's brought to you by Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. See them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. Wow, that music ended abruptly. I guess we're okay, huh? All right, let's start with baseball and the St. Louis Cardinals. They lost to the Padres last night. 5 different Pods hurlers held the Cardinals to 5 hits. 2 kept them without a base runner through 5 frames. And the pitcher who retired all 9 Cardinals he faced did not get the win because he didn't qualify. That was Strom. But San Diego bested the Birds 4-2. Strom didn't get the win. The number 2 guy did. Michaelis did take the loss. He slides just a bit to 7-2. The Redbirds did win Monday and Sunday over in Cincinnati. Goodness, Clown Carlos was just that. 3 2/3, 4 hits, 5 earned runs. He walked 7. He was horrible. Take off the skull cap and pitch. And if he's not ready to pitch, he should have stayed for another rehab assignment or 2. You don't let these guys you got to take control of the situation. Mike Matheny and company. Cards and Pods play the rubber game of their series tonight. It's Luke Weaver against Eric Lauer. Weaver 3-5 with a 4.35 ERA. He hasn't won in over a month. Lauer is 2-4 and a 6.64 ERA. That's his lofty number. He is a lefty, fanning the rubber tonight for the Pods at Busch. The Cardinals then have a day off tomorrow before the Cubbies come to St. Louis on Friday for the first of 3 Wcxo against Leicester. And that's a legit pitching matchup there. We could see them go 7-8 plus. Let's hope so. Luke Gregerson's rehab, remember him? Well, he had his knee repaired through surgery this past week, and now that's going to nudge his return back several weeks. The shoulder's calmed down, and the veteran reliever now says he's on the knees timetable, which could have him back in 4 to 6 weeks, if not a bit before the All-Star break. And Adam Wainwright, he's working feverishly, apparently, to get toward that throwing program and then back to the hill. Greg Holland, oh, wow. He was ripped asunder at AAA the other night in the game Memphis played. I forgot who they were playing now, but it wasn't pretty at all. Now he's returned to St. Louis to meet with the team's officials and gauge his rehab progress. His on the pitching mound progress it hasn't been too good. Daniel Ponce de Leon, he just got the call up the other day. It's his first trip to the majors. What a story he has, and he earned this upgrade too. With the Memphis Redbirds, he was 5-2 with the Pacific Coast League leading 2.41 ERA in a dozen games. 11 of those was as a starter. But the road to the majors, I mean, all of this has come, and I did a sports clip on this today. It came 13 months after he was pitching against the Iowa Cubs when, big-time disaster struck. He was smoked by a line drive in the right temple that fractured his skull. He underwent emergency surgery to fix an epidural hematoma, bleeding from his brain. So the 26-year-old has went through a lot. Let's get him in a game and see what he can do. Good luck to Ponce. 6 games were played today in Major League Baseball. Actually, the Angels in Seattle, that game is still going on at last look. The Halos were leading 6-4 in the 7th inning. Up in Milwaukee, the Brew Crew nosed out the Cubs. 1-love, Lorenzo Cain belted a 3rd-inning jack while 4 pitchers combined on the 6-hitter. It was Atlanta over the Metropolitans 2-0. The Mets are 1-10 now in their last 11. Soroka outdueled DeGrom. Nice outing there for both. Freeman slugged his 14th for the upstart Braves. And Pittsburgh shaded Arizona in the National 5-4. James Taillon tossed the 6-hit over 7 frames. In the American League, it was Tampa Bay 1, Toronto 0. All these great pitching efforts today. What is up with that? Matt Duffy's, I like it. 2-out 9th inning single, won it for the Rays. Boston dealt Baltimore a 5-1 loss. Sale won his 66-4, 4 defeats, but a 2.75 earned run average. And then again, the Halos were leading the Seattle Mariners, and somehow, with a suspension or so and an injury and more, the Mariners are a half game ahead of the Stros as of right now in that American League West. They've had a remarkable season. The Red Sox are now 47-22. They sneak ahead of the Yankees, who have won 43 games. Baltimore's only won 19. They have a .288 winning percentage. There are 6 teams under 400 as far as winning percentage goes. 6 teams, I do believe, still are on track, on pace. That can change, of course, but they are at this moment for 100 losses on the season. I do wonder what they have to check that out, what the record is for the most teams with 100 losses or more in one campaign. Trevor Richards. Let's get to the real good stuff. The Aviston native earned his first Major League victory last night. He pitched 6 really effective frames to lead the Marlins to a 3-1 victory over the Giants. He's 1-3 now. He allowed 2 hits in his 7th Major League start. He's just 25, as you know. We had him on Saturday morning. He struck out 2 and walked 3. They put in play, and the defense did the work, more work. Richards, Trevor, he walked the first 2 batters of the game, so he righted the ship in a hurry. He settled in. So congratulations to Trevor Richards. Had some notes on Facebook and Twitter on my sites there today, of course, and they were struck up pretty good with congrats for Trevor. Doing a super job. As Vern Holtgrave says, the old major leaguer from Aviston, he's here to stay in. And Vern knows pitching. Let's hope he's right. Shohei Ohtani, we noted this Saturday morning. He went on the DL Friday because of a grade 2A sprain to his ulnar collateral ligament. And it could be it's going to be 3 weeks before they reevaluate things. But this doesn't sound good. We'll see how it works for one of baseball's newest stars. He's 4-1 with a .310 earned run average. He's hitting .289 with 6 homers, 20 RBIs, and a .907 on base, plus slugging percentage. He's good for baseball, and of course, this would happen to him. The Dodgers placed pitcher Walker Buehler on the DL with a rib microfracture. And Chris Archer, surprise, surprise, he went on the 10-day DL. Yeah, he should be good to go soon. Forget that. The Rays ace is out for a while. Tiger slugger Miguel Cabrera is going to be out for a long, long time. He'll miss the rest of the season. He ruptured his left biceps tendon last night, and the Twins lost in the loss by the Tigers to the Twins. They thought it was a strain, and it's much, much more. He's 35 now. He'll have season-ending surgery later on this week. He suffered an injury, and he swung, a bit awkwardly at Jake Odorizzi's slider. The Highland native didn't get the win last night, although the Twins did come out victorious. Cabrera's had a lot of, he's as limber as a rock, man. I mean, this guy, and he's owed, well, this year's salary is $30 million. He's due at least $162 million guaranteed after this season. He's 35, and he was not too good last year. He's been rotten this year in the few games he's played. To the NBA, All-Star point guard Kyrie Irving said a contract extension this summer doesn't make a lot of sense for him. He's probably just going to, focus on getting healthy for next season. And then in 19, that future, Irving is eligible for a 4-year, $107 million extension, but that would be $80 million less than what he could earn if he waits until the summer of 2019. Nick Nurse is the new coach of the Raptors. He takes over for Dwayne Casey, who was given the axe, and Casey, of course, now will roam the bench for the Detroit Pistons. The Warriors had their parade. Yeah, the NHL, the Stanley Cup champs, the Caps had their parade. Alex Ovechkin is pure blasted nuts. My God, he's having fun now. I'll say that. Colts QB Andrew Luck's big secret is finally out. He's been throwing a football for weeks, nearly 17 months after undergoing surgery on his injured right shoulder. However, he's not even throwing a regulation NFL ball. And the longest pass attempt he made was about 20 yards. Just a lob. This could take a while longer. Whew. A St. Louis jury has awarded millions, about $12 million, to former NFL running back Reggie Bush, who ended up with a severe knee injury from a game played at the Jones Dome in 2015. You remember the Rams, the St. Louis Rams, when they had a team here? Yeah, so Reg is going to get a bunch. I guess. I'm not sure if Kroenke has recourse or not, or can't appeal, or if it's already went through that process. But Bush is going to tack on a few more million, as it appears right about now. Justify won the Belmont Stakes by 1 3/4 lengths, and therefore he claimed the Triple Crown. Second horse to do so in 4 years. American Pharoah capped that off in 2015. Justify is co-owned by Mount Vernon native Kenny Trout. How cool is that? And Gronkowski, that horse, is co-owned, at least bid-owned, by Rob Gronkowski. And he came from last to second, and Gronk was going wild. It doesn't take much to get him excited, but bonkers. Dustin Johnson is back as the #1 golfer in the world. He won the FedEx St. Jude Classic in Memphis on Sunday. Andy Park won the ShopRite Classic. Tom Lehman won the Principia Charity Classic. And on the NASCAR scene, it was Clint Boyer. Boyer won the at Michigan International. That's in Brookline, Michigan. Finally, the World Cup. The World Cup. It seems like we have this every year. It's back. It begins tomorrow, as a matter of fact, over in Russia. Meanwhile, the U.S., well, they're missing. That's not good. The U.S., though, Mexico, and Canada, see, we all get along. We will co-host the World Cup in 2026. 2026. So if you want to, it's right around the corner. That's Talking Sports, brought to you by Isaac Auto Body. Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. Be sure and see them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. You got it? Isaac Auto Body. We've got Jeff Humes up and Tyra Buss. And the flashback, too. This is Talking Sports for a Wednesday. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Emming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Emming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Southern Bus and Mobility is your Brawnability dealer in Breeze. Brawnability features the broadest lineup of wheelchair-accessible vehicles with more brands, entry types, features, and price points than any other manufacturer in the industry. See for yourself at Southern Bus and Mobility why a new or certified pre-owned wheelchair-accessible Brawnability vehicle is the only way to go. Call 526-4131 or stop by just east of Breeze on Old Route 50.
Remember what it was like to expect the unexpected?
I never realized it was so complex.
Guess what? The feeling's back.
You're on Max.
Hello again, everybody. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio on this Wednesday night. Wednesday 6 to 7, Saturdays 9 to 10 through the summer, and then Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays come September. Let's tee up the Tucker Electric guest line for Odin, Carlisle, Patoka, American Legion baseball coach Jeff Humes. Jeff, welcome to Talkin Sports.
How you doing, Ripper?
Hey, I am doing okay, and you just got done with the practice, apparently?
Yeah, we just did. We just finished up. We did some hitting today, and the boys were hitting the ball around. It was a nice day for it.
Good. This is baseball weather, right?
Yes, it is. It's perfect.
Beats that spring stuff for most of the time.
Yes, sir.
The cold and the rain and a little snow and all.
I get to lead off today, huh?
So you are the lead off.
Let's see, because I was kind of worried about following Tyra because I know she's coming on later, and she's going to Connecticut. It sounds like, so excited for her.
Yeah, she was there. I don't know the very latest, but yeah, we'll get the latest scoop in that second half hour.
I'll stick around and have to listen.
Oh, she's what an outstanding athlete, and of course, especially basketball. Jeff, off the very top, I need to clear up the team's name because I've seen it about 3 or 4 different ways. Okay, so what's the
that's funny.
What's the official tag?
Well, we are Post 543,
yes,
and that is our sponsoring American Legion post at Patoka. We're seen that way, but I felt like we wanted to keep our identity, because our kids, we had some Odin kids that didn't have a home, and we had some Carlisle kids that graduated from high school this year, and a couple that were in college that they just didn't have a home to play Legion ball this year because they didn't have the numbers. And so what we did was, I talked to Coach Bard Carlisle, and I talked to several coaches in the area, and we wanted to give them a chance to play after high school because some of them are planning on going and playing in college.
Right.
So we have seven Carlisle boys, and we have 5 Odin boys, and we've got a couple that are from Centralia that are close enough to us, and they played with the Junior Legion program over in Odin prior to this, so they stick around with us. And so we've got some kids that from the area, and I've got a couple from Patoka as well. So
good.
We've got a nice roster.
And should we call you Odin, Carlisle, Patoka, or something else?
Boy, I tell you what, you couldn't go wrong. I just put it in any order.
Okay. Okay. But
Patoka
Legion Patoka Legion is the main sponsor.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Now, when did you decide? I mean, baseball, and you've got some players in your family, but when did you decide to form this club, get them together as one?
Well, I called around a little bit, and we had a dilemma for those kids, and so we were talking in January, so there wasn't much turnaround time. So I worked like a fiend so that we could get the kids committed to playing for us first of all, and we had to make sure we had enough players. Yeah, and then get the game scheduled.
Yes.
So, yep. So we did. We got it finished. We got it ready to go, and I had some help from Don Wallace through the American Legion. He's our state coordinator. He was very helpful. And I had some help from some of the area teams that were very, very helpful as well, giving me some pointers and what I needed to do.
And
so
actually,
like Rich Such in Centralia was very helpful.
Rich? Okay. And actually, I cannot remember because really it's been kind of flipped. Carlisle's had a team. They haven't had a team. Did they have one last season or not?
No, they did have one last year, and that was the problem because we had some boys that had played for the Legion team for 3 years in a row, and this was their last year. And I just felt bad for them because they didn't get to, experience that last year of Legion. So like Drew Johnson, for instance, and Colton Reckling, those were two boys that had played, for the last few years. And so I wanted to make sure they had a chance to play.
Very good. See, Jeff, I always knew you were a kind soul. Well, I've questioned it.
Some may not.
I've questioned it once or twice. But now where are you playing your games? Odin only at Carlisle? What?
We play at Odin. We play at the city park there for our home games, and we're in 3 tournaments this year, so we're on the road a lot. So you could call us some road warriors, taking the Patoka mascot there. We are out and about quite a bit. We started the season with Aviston, and they're a good young team, and I have a feeling we're going to see them down the road. They're going to give us a handful as the year progresses because Dennis Rockers he's a good coach, and those kids are really they're going to be good by the time the end of the season rolls around.
But
but we did take them for a couple of games early in the year, so that was quite an accomplishment right out of the gate.
And back to Odin City Park, Jeff. Honestly, it's been a while since I've been over there, but from the last time I was around that area, and so it was a really good facility. So all looking good.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It's going, and then they're doing some new renovations on it this year. The park, the Odin mayor, Dave Daniels, has been fantastic, and he's getting the field all set up and nice, and we're getting new lights. We've got a new pavilion out there, and so they're working really hard on making it nice.
Very good. Hey, who's your assistant coach or coaches then? You might have mentioned one.
I've got a great coaching staff. I've been fortunate. I have Terry Nix from Odin. He's coached the Junior Legion in the past, along with Rudy Walker. They're my assistants, and they do a fantastic job with me. And then my go-to guy that he does all the grunt work because he's the young guy, and that's Chad Hunt. So he does a little bit of that too.
You have to have
Chad
a young guy.
Yes, definitely. I can't do it like I used to. I can't throw all that BP like I used to.
Wow, that used to be so easy. But you're playing. You mentioned Aviston. You're playing some good ball. Period in the early portion, and most recently you grabbed third at the Elmer Ross Memorial I love that wooden bat tournament. But you had a good weekend there and missed the rain and a storm or two and all that. You got in and took third.
I tell you what, that was a battle. It's a quality tournament. There's 12 teams in it every year, and we were fortunate because we took on Newton right out of the gate, and I thought, okay, this could be a challenge, and we were able to pull out a win against them, 11-6, and then we were in the finals on Sunday, and we got the unlucky draw, I would say, and Valmar probably felt the same way because we felt like that was the team to beat, and I don't know if they did about us. I don't know. I hope they didn't overlook us because I all along felt like Valmeyer was the class of the tournament, and so we were up 3-1 on them, and they came back and they snuck back and beat us 4-3. We had bases loaded in the 7th with Drew Johnson up, which I wouldn't want it any other way, and they got Drew out, and so we did happen to fall to Valmeyer, and Valmeyer ended up winning first, and we ended up finishing third, so beating Robinson 1-0. So we've had some really good games.
You have,
some quality opponents.
Yeah, Valmeyer, that was a tough loss, but you competed with an excellent team there, and they did nudge the host New Baden squad there. And in that third place game, what turned out to be your final event on Sunday, a 1. No, I was a
1-0.
Robinson. Sorry, 1-0 victory there. Who threw for you that day, Jeff?
Caleb Jordan threw for me, and he's been throwing some really good. He's been pitching really well for us. I've got 3 pitchers that are just lights out. Caleb Jordan, he pitched a complete game, 3-hit shutout. He had 13 strikeouts, and so he pitched very well.
Oh, Jeff, I love that, those complete games. I like that.
Yeah. And Cade Walker pitched a complete game earlier in the tournament as well. And so Cade isn't a flamethrower, but he's crafty. He can hit his spots. He reminds me, I don't know. I can't think of a pitcher right offhand that he would remind me of. But left-hander that he reminds me of would be like Kirk Reeder. He hits his spots,
All right.
He's not going to throw throw the ball by you, but he's going to hit every one of those spots. And so Cade's good at that. And then I had Gage Roberts has been fantastic coming in relief, and he's done a really good job with, in those situations. And then we've even got other pitchers, so we're deep in the pitching area. Right now I'm going with a 5-man rotation. I got Connor Humes and Gabe White closing out and rounding out my starting 5. So
Connor, there you go. That's a familiar name in the household, huh?
There you go. We got a Carlisle boy in there. So yeah, but yeah, it's quite a group. Drew Johnson, I mentioned him earlier. He has just lit up the offensive side of the scorebook. He opened on the first doubleheader. He had let's see, was it New Baden? Yeah, it was New Baden. He had 2 home runs in that game.
I saw
and then
that.
he had a home run in the first round against Newton in the tournament. So he has been on fire. So we can't ask for more from him in the middle of the lineup. And then Gage Roberts has been hitting. We at the top of our lineup, those guys are all batting 400 or better. And then at the bottom of our lineup, there's really not much weakness right now. I'm hoping they can all stay hot like this, but we've got 10 guys that are hitting 300 or better. So
nobody to pitch around there, huh, Jeff?
Nope, not at all. I mean, we've got 4 guys that aren't batting 300, but they play a big part too. So very unselfish team.
Is Drew your only college player?
Well, we have Garrett Belcher that we call if we need him. He works a lot this summer, so he's not always available for us. Connor, of course, will be playing for KC this fall, and he's playing with us. Drew plays at Lewis and Clark. I've got Seth Nix from Odin. He's going to be going to Greenville this year. And then Caleb Jordan is our 5th player that's going to college. He's going to John A. Logan. So I've got 5 college athletes out there, and I'm very blessed to have those guys.
Yeah, but one just currently who has a year in, and that's Drew. He's a real good athlete.
Drew,
period.
Yep.
Over here at
Drew is
Carlisle.
our elder statesman. Yes, Drew from Carlisle is our elder statesman at Lewis and Clark, and he's the guy that's got a year under his belt in college. So he's a little more seasoned. He's crafty, and he's teaching some of those good skills to our kids and getting them ready for college. And so that was my main goal for doing this, really, is so that, number one, I wanted to make sure our kids had a chance to play, that this might be their last chance to play. And then I also wanted to get those that are going to college, I wanted to get them ready. I want to make sure that they're going to adapt well and do well when they get there, because I don't want to see them go there and struggle and not last. So that's my main goal, is to get them ready for college. So, and if we can do that, then we've been a success this year.
You have another tournament this weekend?
Yes, we do. We have the Gator Classic in Trenton, and Pete Schumacher's a fantastic gentleman. And, I can remember him being around when I played back in the day. And I tell you what, he's a great guy to work with. And so June 14th through the 17th, the Gator Classic in Trenton. Come out and see us. We are playing Salem in the first round on Friday at 7. That should be a barn burner of a game, because Salem and us, I have a feeling that's going to be a rivalry for we're all.
Yeah, you'll hate each other. You do hate each other.
Oh yeah,
already.
Yeah. That's right. They may already hate us, and I don't even know it.
Exactly.
Yet, so,
they do.
In Rantoul, we play them in the next game in the pool play, and then we close out the pool play with Trenton. So, I'm looking forward to that tournament as well. It's going to be nice to see Pete again. I haven't seen him in a while, and we'll be excited to go out there. And then Firecracker tournament we have coming up June 29th to July 2nd. And we get to play some teams from all over there. We get Wheaton, Illinois, Festus, Missouri, Eureka, Missouri, and Alton. So it's going to be a blast playing some teams that we normally don't see.
All right, Jeff. Hey, thanks for the visit. Definitely, and good luck as this season cranks on. Okay.
I will. I will keep in touch with you, Rip. Then thanks for letting us come on and talk a little bit about the boys. But the last thing I'll say is, this one of the things about our team is that it's the only team I've ever had like this. They are the most unselfish kids I've ever seen. They don't mind sitting out. They do what they have to do for the team, and it's been refreshing. So I appreciate you letting me come on.
So far. Appreciate it, Jeff. See ya.
Yeah. Thank you, Rip.
That's Jeff Humes we're going with Odin Carlisle Patoka American Legion team. They're off to a nice start, I believe, at 5-1. It's break time. We're back with a flashback after these.
Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here.
Insuring your home and auto with Pekin Insurance equals a sizable discount. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department may save you as much as 30% on homeowners premiums and up to 15% on auto premiums if you insure both with Pekin Insurance. Call Farmers State Bank Insurance Department at 495-2965 for details about multi-policy discounts and learn what beyond the expected coverage and savings are all about.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in value.
When's the last time you had your eyes checked? Schedule an eye exam today at Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center. I'm Dr. Claire Thorpe-Klinsky, and if it's been more than a year, you might need a new prescription. If you use a computer regularly or are suffering from allergies, those both can be causes of eye strain or fatigue. Schedule a complete eye health exam today to find out if your eyes are healthy. We may be able to detect glaucoma and other eye diseases early. At Breeze Family Vision and Lebanon Optometric Center, we examine more than just your vision.
Is the all-new Chevy Silverado the right truck for you? Hi, Colby Voss at K&J Chevrolet in Carlisle. The all-new Chevy Silverado has the comfort and conveniences you expect from a Chevy, plus the performance and handling you need. We have several new trucks to choose from, and if we don't have it, we'll find it for you. Stop by K&J Chevrolet and drive a Silverado and see for yourself what a tremendous value we offer and what the hype is all about. K&J Chevrolet in Carlisle, just west of town on Old Route 50. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. We're up here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio on this Wednesday. It's the middle of the week edition of Talkin' Sports. The time is 6:33. That time drop furnished to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Off we go for the flashback.
It's flashback.
Get ready to flash back with the Easy In Travel Sports Flashback. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel in Breeze. Call 526-2201.
This is from April 21st of this very year. It's St. Louis baseball writer Rob Raines on those woeful Cincinnati Reds. They're battered in a lot of ways now, and of course they've already dumped their manager and Brian Price, and look who's back for a fourth time in his career, Jim Riggleman. I don't blame him. That's great stuff, but it's kind of odd he's fallen into that gap a few times like that.
Well, he's been in the right spot at the right time. I've known Jimmy a long time. I talked to him last night about it. You know, he's a lifer. I mean, it's his 45th year in professional baseball. He's either a player, coach, manager, instructor, whatever. So I mean, he's just one of those, one of those survivors that is good guy to have on your bench and is there to take over when things don't work out right. So
yeah, I saw.
Hopefully he'll get a good shot there. I don't know what the long-term prognosis is for that team as far as what they want to do about a manager is concerned.
Well, I'm all for him, but I don't like his odds, right? I think they're going to go in another directions there. But they've got it.
But there again, if they know that they're not going to be contending, how are you going to talk somebody into taking that job? He's got the experience to handle, rebuilding clubs. He's realistic about his situation. He's not going to want, a long-term contract or a ton of money. So, I mean, there's reasons why it makes sense. If they can't get Barry Larkin to decide to come down out of the front office and manage, I don't know for sure who you're going to get that's going to do a better job than Riggleman.
So is that the rumor, or more than a rumor, Barry Larkin?
Well, I mean, it's something not this particular time. I mean, there's been talk in the past that that at some point, it makes sense. I mean, when you see Paul Molitor managing, in Minnesota, you see, some of the guys that were the iconic players on those teams, that trying to sell tickets is going to be their biggest challenge, and there's no more popular home ground hero than with the Reds than Barry Larkin. So, I could see it at some point. But again, why, if it's his first managerial job and they're not positioned to win for several years, why would he want to do that now? That's my point.
Oh, I get it. Hey, maybe they can roll the dice with Pete Rose.
Good luck getting that okayed by the commissioner's office.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Planning a remodel or building a new home? Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton can get you started. Ideal Home Solutions has quartz, granite, solid surface, and laminate, with granite starting at just $49 per square foot. Ideal Home Solutions proudly sells Haas cabinets and specializes in custom showers, any size to fit your space. From tubs, whirlpools, vanity tops, windowsills, you're covered. Schedule a free in-home estimate today, 224-2500, or see their showroom at 102 West Broadway in Trenton.
Sound familiar? A flat tire in the middle of nowhere? Car keys locked in the car? Or a battery that needs a jump start? You're stranded on the side of the road and need emergency roadside assistance to get your car moving. Call Benoff Insurance in Breeze and Trenton about roadside rescue coverage from Beacon Insurance that's available to everyone who has a personal auto policy with Beacon Insurance. Roadside Rescue will save your day with 24/7 roadside assistance at no extra cost to you if you have comprehensive coverage. Call Benoff Insurance, your Beacon Insurance agency, today at 526-4888.
Welcome to our music warehouse.
Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs.
Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
As planned, this is Rip in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for Talking Sports for this Wednesday. Say if you are looking for your next pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, and at the right price, why don't you try Dine Chevrolet in Trenton? All pre-owned vehicles pass a thorough inspection, and most come with Dine's exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty at no cost to you. That's right, no cost to you. Check in with Dwayne, Nikki, Dave, or Nathan. Call them, go by. The number is 224-9200, 224-9200. They'll put you behind the wheel of your dream car. Dine Chevrolet, it's the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Shop or schedule service at dinechevrolet.com. In about 2 minutes, it's basketball star Tyra Buss on Talking Sports.
Whatever you drive a Firestone. Head in through July 9th and get $60 by mail on a Firestone Visa prepaid card when you buy a set of 4 eligible tires. Plus, use your new or existing CFNA credit card and get up to $100.
Best One Tire and Service, 13912 Best One Drive in Breeze.
Claim form required. See your participating Firestone retailer or FirestoneTire.com for details. And the 2 claims per household cannot be combined with any other offer. Subject to credit approval. Prepaid card issued by the Bancorp Bank, member FDIC, and can be used everywhere Visa debit cards are accepted. The Bancorp Bank is not affiliated with CFNA.
Hot summer days can be tough on your vehicle. Now is the perfect time to enhance and extend its performance and value by taking advantage of the Best One Tire and Service Summer Service Special. Just $49.95 gets you a full service oil change, lubrication and filter, belts and hoses checked, battery and charging system checked, fluids checked and filled, new front wiper blades on most vehicles, a tread inspection, and tire rotation, all for only $49.95. Make sure your vehicle is ready for summer with Best One Tire and Service, 13912 Best One Drive in Breeze.
This broadcast is a presentation of WCXO Sports. WCXO Sports is brought to you by the Benoff Insurance Agency in Breeze and Trenton, Breeze Dental Care, K&J Chevrolet, Reverman Chiropractic and Spinal Rehabilitation, and Breeze Motor Sales, Southern Bus and Mobility, Kaskaskia College, the First National Bank of Carlisle, Reekman Brothers John Deere, St. Joseph Hospital Breeze, Med Plus Physical Medicine, and Brett's Wildlife Lodge, State Farm Insurance Agent Steve Klosterman, and Hardy's locations in Breeze and Carlisle, Breeze Family Vision, Tempo Bank, Country Financial representatives Keith Wilkin and Teresa Richards. And area CC Food Marts. WCXO Sports since 1999. The sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Modern Day Knights, the Westland Warriors, and now the Christ Our Rock Silver Stallions.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back for one more fling. This is Rip in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio on this Wednesday. Saturday morning, incidentally, our guests will include Minnesota Twins minor league coach, Centralia native Brian Dinkelman, and he's also from Centralia originally. It's DJ Session, the player manager of the Centralia Buzz. But for now, we turn over the Tucker Electric guest line to Bloomington, Indiana, for former Indiana U basketball star Mount Carmel's Tyra Buss. Tyra, welcome back to Talkin' Sports.
Hi, yeah, thanks for having me on your show. It's been a while.
It has,
nice
but
to talk to you.
you know, well, you've been busy. You've been hard to track down, and part of the reason for that, and this was great. I know it didn't turn out as you hope, at least right now, but we're going to start with that. We got a lot of basketball floor to cover, and primarily on college. But let's begin with, I guess, your latest chapter. I mean, a dream came true. You signed that WNBA contract a month or so ago now, right, Tyra?
Yeah, it was about a month or so ago.
Somewhere in that area, and you weren't drafted, so you had to go the free agent route. But you inked a deal with the Connecticut Sun, and you had a connection there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it was nice to go there, and I felt really comfortable just because I was recruited by Coach Miller, and he has his assistant Coach Brandy on staff that also helped recruit me. So I felt really comfortable going in, and it was a great experience for me, and I'm just blessed that Coach Miller gave me another opportunity to go and show what I can do, and so it was definitely awesome. And I kind of knew going in that it was going to be tough because it's tough to kind of make a WNBA team anyways. But they just had a lot of smaller guards that I've already have had a contract with them before, that I've played with them for a couple of years now. So I just kind of wanted to go in and give it all that I got, and I thought I did a really good job of that. But yeah, it was definitely great to finally get with Coach Miller and have him coach me, since I didn't get that opportunity here at IU.
Yeah, that's right. He recruited you, and then he left IU before you could actually play for him, right?
Yeah, I got about 5 weeks with him in the summer before he left. But
yeah. And Kurt Miller is the coach and GM of the Sun. But you're right, that's a tough circumstances. A lot at your position, and the new kid on the block, and it's just like that in whatever pro league. A lot of times, the person, in your case, the woman they've got that contract, they're hard to knock off.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people don't really understand how hard it really is to make, a WNBA roster. There's a lot of people that, you'd probably think should play in the league, but don't, just because, there's only 12 teams and, there's only 12 spots on the roster. So it's definitely really tough.
Yeah, 144 players. That's not a lot. So what was training camp like there, and how long were you there for? Maybe 2 weeks or longer? Longer than that, right, Tyra?
It was about a week and a half. It was about a week and a half, I would say. And so, it was definitely really, really cool. It was a lot different though than college, just because you're kind of a professional now, so you're doing things on your own and stuff like that. So it was definitely a lot different. But I really enjoyed it. I got to go and get some shots up on my own. I just kind of did things by myself, just because you are a professional and you're kind of just there to prove what you can do, and you're just trying to show everybody your skills. And so it was a little different. It wasn't as organized and planned as what a college normally is like. You're part of a team, but going there is just a little bit different.
How many exhibition games, or preseason as you guys call them now, did you play in, Tyra?
I played in the one against the LA Sparks.
And so, and do you feel, and nothing, and I'm not taking it, but do you feel you had enough opportunity? Did you get a fair shake, you think, overall, just looking back?
Yeah, I there was, some, different opportunities, but, I was definitely happy with how I did. And like I said, it's tough to make that roster. And so I just kind of wanted to go in and get the experience. And, they said, having a good overseas year will help as well. And so, I'm just kind of, playing it, by ear right now, and just kind of working out as hard as I can, and still just working hard like I have been.
So that might be your next opportunity in another country. Is that right, Tyra?
Yep, absolutely. Yep,
Good.
it'll probably. It'll be fun. I'm excited to see another part of the world, and just play international ball and see kind of how it's like over there.
Are you set up with somebody now then, or what can you tell us about it?
I've been talking with my agent.
Don't go any further.
Really
Yeah. You're not signed, sealed, and delivered quite yet anyway, Tyra, but you're heading over.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure as of where I'll be playing at, right now. But I have an agent. It's actually a guy that's based in Greece, which is really important to me because I wanted someone that had that overseas connection. Just because WNBA contracts are kind of set in stone. There's not really much negotiation going on there, and so I wanted to make sure I got someone that had the overseas connection, because there can be a lot of shady business going on over there. And I just wanted to make sure, I was placed on the right team in the right league, and, they were paying me on time. They were doing the stuff that they would say that they would do. And so that was something that I really looked, for, and picking an agent as someone that had those overseas connections.
You're sharp. You got it figured out. And by the way, Katie Hempen from Highland, who I know, who's just incredible out in Arizona and stuff, she played, I'm pretty sure it was Greece where she played at a year or so ago, and I haven't got back to her for a while. But there's another pro from really our area who's also toiled over there.
Oh, cool. Nice. That's awesome.
And of course, the pro shot and another pro shot or more, whatever. It's all come Tyra after. Well, there's no question about it. It was a 4-year starring role with the Indiana Hoosiers, and you just couldn't have mapped it out any better. I guess outside of going to an NCAA tournament, that was about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a lot of people can say that they end their college career with a win, and so I can say that I'm definitely one of those. And it was nice to go out how we did, winning a championship. I know we didn't make it to the NCAA, which is always our ultimate goal. But we, got cut short, and so we just took, the most out of what we got, and we had the WNIT run, and then we ended up, winning the championship, which was, our next goal if we, if we didn't make the NCAA tournament. So I was really happy with, how we finished, and we made so much growth throughout, my senior year, and with the freshmen and the incomers, it was just a great way, like you said, just to end, and it was very bittersweet. But it was definitely, a great ending to my, 4 years here at IU.
You rolled through 6 games in that WNIT. All of them were at home. Has to be a little advantage, and that's cool. And some large crowds on hand too, right, Tyra?
Yeah, absolutely. That was definitely one of the coolest things, was being able to host, all of the games. And so just being able to play in front of our home crowd is definitely, an advantage, especially in Assembly Hall. We definitely have the best fans in the nation. Hoosier Nation, there's nothing like it. That's something I'm really going to miss as well. They really supported us, and they stuck with us throughout the whole year. And I was just really, impressed and just, proud of, the way that they, just supported us, and, getting that record-breaking crowd, with the WNIT championship game, over 13,000 fans. I'll never, experience anything like that ever again. And so it's definitely something really cool, that, our team, this program, really deserves. And so I was just really happy, because I came to IU to make an impact, on this program. And I can definitely say, I feel proud of the way, I left. And so I'm just, hoping that, they can continue this. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, how they progress. Indiana women's basketball is definitely on the map now. And so I'm just happy that I could be a part of that. You
most assuredly made a tremendous impact. And the semifinal game in the women's NIT, pretty close. TCU ended up being there by 13, but Virginia Tech, the championship game, you won by 8. I watched that game on, I'm not sure what, CBS, or I'm not sure, but that was a great game. And you're the whole team, though, enthusiasm. You played well. It was a great contest to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great, and like you said, it was just a great way to end. And so we honestly didn't really shoot that well that game. We went in, we were doing pretty good with our 3-point percentages, and then we hadn't even hit one until the fourth quarter. So we were, our defense is what won that game for us. And so just the fact that we didn't shoot it very well, but we stuck together and we fought through, anything that came our way was just definitely really impressive, and just caps off, how much we've progressed throughout the whole year. Because if that would have happened to us at the beginning of the year, who would have known if we would, win that game, just because, we weren't accustomed to one another yet. We had 5 new freshmen and things like that. And so just the way we ended, I think we won the last 14 of our 16 games that we played. And that's something that, you definitely want to do, is, get better and play your best basketball towards the end of the year. And we can say that we did that for sure. And so I'm just really proud of this group. And I couldn't imagine, playing with anyone else my senior year. And so I'm just happy with the way it ended.
Yeah, it ended fantastic, and for you and your family and your friends, everybody's happy. And as you said earlier, it's somewhat bittersweet, of course. 4 years just flew by, didn't it, Tyra?
It went by way too fast. I'm not ready to leave yet. I love it here. I love the people. I love my teammates. I love the coaches. Just everyone, around in the community of Bloomington. They've been nothing but, amazing to me. They've welcomed me, and so I've definitely felt the love the last 4 years, and I'm not ready to leave yet.
Hey, as we've said before, they welcomed the Golden Girl with open arms, and you definitely filled that role, filled that slot. So they were definitely appreciative of having you there too. So, former Indiana U, Mount Carmel hoops star, basketball star Tyra Buss is with us on Talkin' Sports. You did try. I know you ended up in the second tourney there, I guess, whatever, the WNIT, but you didn't just give in the initial post, did you? You played in the Big Ten tournament, and you gave Maryland all they want. Number 2 team. I think they were number 2 at the time, weren't they?
Yeah, they were, and we were pretty tuckered out that game. The night before, we won in 4 overtimes. So that's and playing all 60 minutes, that can be a little rough on your body. So as much as I try to tell myself, I'm not tired. Physically, I was pretty tired out there just because, we went into that 4 overtime game and playing all 60 minutes, can do something to your body. It's a quick turnaround.
Crazy.
I think I didn't go to sleep till after midnight because I don't think we got back to the hotel till about 11. And then we had to eat, shower, do all that good stuff. And so by the time I got to sleep, I had to wake up right away in the morning. We had to get ready, for Maryland. And so it was definitely a quick turnaround. And I was really proud of, the way we fought, though. We did give Maryland all that they could, all that we had. And, it was definitely unfortunate that we played so many minutes the night before, especially the starters. But, I mean, it was definitely something that, I was really proud of. And obviously, I don't like to lose, but the way we fought, I couldn't be any prouder.
You outlasted Michigan State 111 to 109. Unbelievable game there. And the Hoosiers, you and the Hoosiers were in the middle of the pack in the Big Ten's regular season, but you competed with everybody and more there, and in non-league games too. You went 23-14, 23 the year before, 21 in 2015-16. I mean, the program really took off with you on board, Tyra.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm just like I said. I came here to, make an impact, and I was just, fortunate enough to be able to work hard and, have the teammates and the coaches that I had to be able to, make an impact and build this program up to where it, deserves to be. And I think, it'll just keep rising from here. And so I'm just happy that I was able to be a part of it.
Well, it was a slow start, and you were probably aware that might happen when you showed up as a rookie, as a freshman. You were under 500 there, but then the recruits came in, the coaching, you learned your role even better and so forth. Everybody got better on the team, and you had some winning seasons for sure. But you went through a tough schedule in and out of the league, and hey, you took some nice trips too, just on another course here. California and Florida this season. Where else did you go that stood out for you? You left these winters for some nice climbs a couple of times, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy, where basketball takes you. But yeah, I mean, it started off, this, past summer we got to go. Last summer we got to go to Italy, which is super cool. That's something. That was my first time out of the country. So I mean, it was actually a lot of our first times out of the country. So it's something. Basketball just takes you to a lot of cool different places, and we're just very blessed to be able to play this game we love, and also be able to kind of travel the world, I guess you could say. And so Italy, sticks out. Obviously, we went to California. We went to San Francisco over there, and then we went to West Palm Beach, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We went to New York City.
There you go.
I mean, we just went to a lot of cool different places, and especially, over the past 4 years. But I think my senior year by far was, my favorite, where we traveled to.
That's the way to cap it off. Tyra Buss is here for a few more minutes. We've adopted her on Talkin' Sports and in the Carlisle area, but she's from Mount Carmel, as you know. Yeah, we've had her on 6 consecutive years. And you mentioned all those sites, cities, country or two. The thing is, you performed at every location, too, and you had to meet a lot of expectations. And those stats, it's more than just that, but they're just simply unbelievable this year and in the years leading up to.
Yeah, I tried not to, pay attention, much about all my, individual successes, my stats and things like that. But, I just worked really hard, and I'm just very humbled and honored, to receive all the, awards and accolades that I, received. But I couldn't have done it, without, all my supporting cast, my family, my friends, my teammates, my coaches, and just everyone that has always been in my corner, my hometown community in Mount Carmel. They've all been great. And so, like I said, I couldn't have done any of this without them. And that's something that I really love about basketball, is that it's a team sport. And so you're out there playing with 4 other, of your sisters, your best friends. And so that's, something that's why I've, always loved playing this game. And I've just had a passion for it ever since I was younger. And I've just worked, so hard to get to where I'm at today.
You certainly have. And hopefully you're going to keep playing hoops for a good while. Yeah, but yeah, just this year alone, you averaged 40 minutes a game. Of course, started all 37, second in made trifectas, chipped in 3 rebounds a game, and led the team in scoring at 20 points per basketball game. And those career records, real quick, Tyra, just in general, you set new records at Indiana U in total points scored, assists, steals, free throws made, free throws shot, numbers of trifecta shots, second in threes made. Pretty astonishing.
Well, thank you.
You've been practicing, haven't you, Tyra?
Oh, yeah, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, and since you were real little. And I've seen some of those pictures, too, from when you were probably 6 or 7 years old. You were a player. You were a hustler then.
Yeah, I've had a basketball in my hands for, as long as I can remember. So it's definitely been my passion, and I just, love everything about the game of basketball.
And of all the awards and honors, there are too many to mention, but I know this year alone you were an all Big Ten first team selection, and I know you were on the all Big Ten first team 3 years or 2 years, 3 years in a row?
Yep, 3 years in a row.
Yeah, 3 years. I don't want to slight you there, but WBC All-American. It's just crazy. Player of the Week at least 3 times this season, but you've got so many plaques and trophies and awards. I don't know. I guess the Buss household is full of those, period, from you and all your siblings too, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely fortunate to grow up, with 2 older brothers that kind of toughened me up, growing up.
But you don't look tough, Tyra.
Yeah, so I can definitely give that up to them, and of course, my parents, for shaping me into the person and player I am today. And so I'm just very blessed and thankful to come, from the family that I've, grown up and who have raised me. And so I'm just, like I said, very fortunate and blessed.
Well, they did good. And I realize Bloomington, it was an easy choice for you. You're basically next door, but it was definitely, it's panned out as the absolute correct choice.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't have, this is one of the best decisions of my life, is coming to spend my 4 years in Bloomington, Indiana, at Indiana University. It's just an amazing place. Just there's some amazing people, the facilities, the campus, everything's just beautiful here. And so I definitely could say that I made the right decision there.
2 other quick items, Tyra, and we'll let you go. Congrats to your dad, Tim. I believe he just ended a long career in education. Am I right?
He did, yes. His last official day is June 28th. So I know he's really excited about that. And, he's worked really hard, and, he's definitely, impacted so many people, not only in the school system, but just anyone that he comes in contact with. And so he's definitely a great guy, and I'm very happy for my dad. And, he told me that he was going to burn all of his suits and ties on June 28th and wear a bunch of comfy clothes, because he's been wearing those suits and ties for a while now. So
yeah.
He wanted to, wear a little bit more comfy clothes.
Yeah, he won't need those overseas to watch you play pro ball. And I also I'm not sure if if you teamed on this or whatever, Tyra, but I got a Tyra Bus bobblehead through him, and I thank you and I thank him. That's the only bobblehead I got, so I treasure that baby.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, he did tell me that he sent one to you, so that's awesome. He had a big list of people he wanted to send them to, so I'm glad you were one of them.
Yeah, I don't buy any of that stuff. I like getting autographs in person and so forth. That's when things mean a lot more. Anybody can buy things. So, but no, I'm glad to have that on the mantle there. So, Tyra, like I say, it's been 6 years, and you're heading for a play for pay now. And we wish you the very best there. And so we're going to catch up with you again, sometime at the end of this summer, whatever. We'll keep tabs of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I say, it's been a while, so we'll keep, in touch more often. And I appreciate, you always, contacting me and, wanting me to be on your show. It really means a lot to me.
Hey, Tyra, we always have the best. We've always got some good names, all the best coaches and athletes from the area and beyond, pro and college and so forth. So we're glad to include you in that race there.
Well, thank you so much. It really means a lot.
See you, Tyra. Thanks.
See ya. Thank you.
Mount Carmel's own, Indiana U's own Tyra Bus on her way to a professional career. And I have to double check. Man, I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure that Katie Hempen played in Greece last year. Am I off on the country? I don't know. We have to get back and dial her up again, too. Thanks to Tyra. Thanks to Jeff Humes. Saturday morning, besides trivia, we've got Dink. Twins minor league coach Brian Dinkelman on, and from the Centralia Budweiser's baseball team DJ session. We'll see you Saturday morning between 9 and 10 on Talkin' Sports, real sports talk on Max 96.7 Wcxo.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College, the future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. McKendree University in Lebanon, Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton, Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman, Seaver Brothers in Carlisle, 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle, and by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.